Hey guys, now in today's video we're taking a look at the Goovis Art. And at first glance, you're probably asking yourself if I am part of a military task force with my night vision goggles. Well, actually not. These are actually connected to an Android TV, and I'm actually watching a movie as we're speaking right now. Matter of fact, I can use the Goovis Art to play on my PlayStation, on my Nintendo Switch, on my Steam, my phone, my iPad, my MacBook Pro, virtually any device that has a video output via USB-C or using an HDMI cable, you'll be able to get a viewing experience, personal, private, just like this. So if you're interested in something like this, make sure you stick around because we're going to talk about all the features, everything that you get included with this package. And guess what? You can lift them up and be situationally aware of everything around you. Let's get right to it. Now, the Goovis Art is a wearable 3D display for multitasking. Now, the Goovis Art has a 1080p 60Hz OLED micro display. Matter of fact, you could view this as a wearable 3D display for multitasking. Given the fact that you are still situationally aware, it's not blocking out everything to the left or to the right of you, and you can flip the display really easily. Very foldable, as you saw, and also makes it very compact and something that you can easily travel with. We're talking about something that is just 110 grams. Think about that. 110 grams, super foldable. The other thing about this is you see, I wear glasses and it does have the ability to be adjusted, and I can wear these and use these well without any glasses at all. It has anywhere from 0 to 3.5 diopters, and it's going to help with those of you that may have nearsightedness like I do. It's adjustable and has a pupillary distance range of 58 to 74 millimeters. What does that translate to? Basically, it means that the sides can come in and come out and adjust to the size of your face and the location of your eyes so that you're seeing things as one image as opposed to two separate images. Now, as I mentioned, you're going to be able to use this on a desktop, laptop, smartphone, gaming console, tablet. You could even use this on a drone and have like an overhead display for your drone. You can connect this to a DSLR camera. Literally, the connectivity choices are absolutely endless as long as the device can support video out. I've connected this to my phone and streamed a movie. And the whole thing about this is that, again, because it's not covering you completely, you have the ability to focus on what you're watching, but also see what's going on around you as well. Now, keep in mind, this doesn't mean that I would be using this and walking at the same time, but if I'm sitting in a room and I want to make sure that I'm situationally aware, this is going to give me a certain level of situationally awareness. Now, there are several accessories that we're going to be looking at that make this package incredibly complete. We're going to be taking a look at, for example, their solution for Android TV, and that's a Net TV dongle. You can see this right here. Basically, this is a full functioning Android TV solution. Not only is it going to be able to power the Goovis Art, but if you're on holiday and you basically end up in a hotel room that has a TV, which we all do, you can connect this to your TV and have your own personal Android TV viewing experience without having to be locked into whatever they're showing at the hotel or whichever location you're in. So you could basically bring your TV with you. The other thing that we have is a device that's going to allow you to connect. This is a brand new device from Goovis. I'm going to go ahead and pop it out right here so you can see it. And I still even have it in the plastic. But what this is going to allow you to do is it's going to basically allow you to take video in and also do video out and still power your device, right? So, for example, if you are using this on a smartphone and you want to be able to plug your smartphone into this guy, you'll be able to plug it in. The smartphone will not die out because of the charging capabilities that it has. And it's just going to give you a really flexible solution when it comes to, again, content viewing, especially as you look at all the options here. We do have another solution that we're looking at that makes this super complete. And this is, again, the Goovis HDMI Type to Type-C adapter. So this allows you to take an HDMI connector, bring it in to USB-C if you don't have a device that is USB-C capable. Because let's face it, a lot of the new devices now do video through USB-C. But if you have an older laptop or you have an older device that doesn't do that, you can go HDMI to USB-C. That conversion, the adapter will do it for you, and then you can enjoy your viewing experience. Now, the Goovis Art does come in a small travel case, and let's take a look at the case, and then we'll go into all the accessories, because I got a lot of stuff going on here. So the case itself is a crush-proof case, has a little area compartment where you can put your cable, and the Goovis Art does come with these little lens protectors that I highly advise that you put on when you stow it and you put it away. Something nice to do. But very little nice crush case, and again, this is where your gaming experience, your movie experience is going to be, again, put away for travel. We'll put this aside. Now, a couple things that we have here. First of all, we have, this is your USB-A to USB-C converter. So you can see HDMI here. This is the cable that would go into it, right? And once you plug this in, you would basically plug your Goovis in here. You also notice that there's a power adapter as well there, right? The next solution that we'll take a look at, we'll skip over this guy right now, is this is your Android TV box. And the Android TV box basically has two things going on for it. First of all, it does have a docking station, and this docking station has power. You can see that it's on. Docking station is on here, and then you can see that the actual TV box, which is this small component right here, is on. And it shares, pretty much the same design with this power bank that is not a TV box, but it's more about powering your device that you're connecting to and using it as again, adapter for that purpose. You'll notice here that you have actually a micro SD card that you can actually put content on because it is Android TV. It can not only stream content, but it can read content. You'll notice that you have right here your HDMI out, and then you have your USB-C charging and your power, right? So pretty simple implementation. You do get a full functioning remote, which I find pretty fantastic and interesting. People will look at you because if you all of a sudden take out a remote and start doing this thing, they're probably thinking this guy has to be nuts because there's no TV. But what you're doing is you're controlling this. I've used this on a plane. I've checked this out. It works really, really well, especially for downloaded content that I have streamed. And keep in mind, Android TV means that you have everything that's available in the Android ecosystem. Every single streaming service, YouTube, you name it, it's there. So I love that feature. So that's something that's really cool. Now, the next thing we're going to take a look at is this solution here, and it does come with a USB-C cable. And this shares, if we take a look at the Android TV box, they look very similar. So, but it doesn't have an Android TV. Basically, all this is going to do is give you the ability to power a device and take input in. So think about this. If you have your Nintendo Switch, you connect your Nintendo Switch to this. If you have any device that basically has USB-C connectivity, like a Steam Deck as well, your phone would basically connect it to this. Your iPad, you can connect this to this as well. And you can see that it has a video in and then a video out. So you have two ports here, video in and video out. No USB-C, or not USB-C, micro SD, because again, this is in a video player. And then over here, basically what you have is your input in. So this is your power in. So this would be power coming in here. You have video coming in, and then you have video coming out. That's what this does for you. And again, it's all self-contained and it's all self-powered. Now that you've seen all the accessories, let's talk about the Goovis Art, because this is where you'll equally get excited. We'll push all this cool stuff aside. And the Goovis Art is really simple. One of the things I like about this is that, and you can see by my hair, is that it doesn't have a strap that goes over your hair, which I appreciate. I don't mind the forehead one. And also, it has good memory foam here, so I don't have forehead crease marks like you would with, let's say, like the Apple Vision Pro, which leaves you face marks. It looks like you went scuba diving. And what you see here on top is a couple things. We'll go ahead and move this over. Is you actually see here the ability to adjust on the sides your focus, right? This is going to be for your nearsightedness. So I can actually take this, rotate this left, rotate this right to make the adjustment so that I can see the image clearly. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll close one eye and then keep one eye open like this, and then I'll do one adjustment, and then I'll do the other eye and do the other adjustment just to make sure that I have it, and then everything is in focus. Now, the other thing I can do is I can actually pull this out and push this back in depending on the distance. Everyone's distance between eyes is different. We're all different, right? So you just can't put something in and then all of a sudden it fits. And if you ever gotten glasses fitted, you'll notice that they'll always do like this little measurement to see where your eyes are in relation to your glasses. So this solution does the same thing. It has a LED here that will turn on. I'll show you in a couple seconds once you plug it in. And then here, basically what you have is also 3D capabilities as well that you can enable. And then you have the ability to lock these in place, because this is something that you may want to do so that it doesn't open and close, right? So once you have your kind of like your distance set, you just lock it and then you're set in place. But you can see here the controls are really easy to access, and they're really self-explanatory. Now, one other thing that you'll notice is on the controls that you do have volume, and then you also have a brightness option. Now, there's a couple things. You'll notice here you have a USB-C connector. Now, one other thing that you'll notice on these two controls is that you have brightness and then you have volume. You'll notice that on this side you have USB-C, which is going into your device, your video device. But then over here you have a aux cable that you can use to connect to wired headphones. Who would have thought? So that's something you can do. If you're connected, like if I'm using, like, for example, my phone to stream, I'm connected via Bluetooth, so I don't use this. But if you don't have one of those devices and you're going to be connecting analog, then you can connect to this here. We'll take a look in the inside for a second. We'll flip this over. In the inside, these are your two lenses, and you have the lens caps there. This is the little sensor that when you put it on your forehead, it turns on. So when you take this off, it's going to be off unless you have it on or you covered the sensor with something to see it. And then you see your two, eyepieces here. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Adjust, fit, and you're set to go. Now, let me share what I have going on here. So I have the glasses on. I've connected it to the TV player. And you'll be able to see through my overhead that there is an image there. It's going to be difficult to look at. And this is one of the hardest type products that we have to review, because it literally, you need your eyes. There's no other way to display it. What you're going to be able to see here is a full functioning Android TV box. We have other videos that you'll be able to check out for the Goovis line that basically has the actual media player. But if you have Android TV, that's what you're going to get. It looks just like it. But here you can see the actual clarity. We're going to switch angles to see if we can get a better view. All right, so here's a different view, and I just wanted to give you a view of what's inside. Let's see if we can get this in focus a little bit so that you can see what's going on. So you can see here that that is full Android TV inside of there, and you can see how it looks on both eyes. So this side kind of picks up what's going on that side, but you can see how it stretches all the way to the other side, right? And it is super clear, except for my fingerprints on the screen, right, or on the glass itself. But you can see how you can see the full Android ecosystem inside of there. Now, let me show you how you wear these. I can wear these with glasses, right? So I'm going to leave my glasses on just to show you. So if you wear glasses and let's say you can't adjust it, this is one thing that you can do. I'm going to put this like here, and then you can see I have my glasses on. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this down. When I put these on, you can see where my glasses are in relationship to the screen. They're actually touching. And I can see the screen right there. Now, in my case, I can actually take off my glasses because the actual focal options that I have here, let me adjust this, are pretty good for me. So I'm going to go ahead and do some adjustments, turn this way, close this eye, make an adjustment over here. And that's that one. And now when I open both of them, it looks spectacular. So this is what it would look like when you're wearing it. If I go to the right, if I were to go to the left, and then once again, I could use this with my iPad. And again, as I close each eye, I basically see almost like a right screen for this eye, and then see a left screen for this eye. When I open up both eyes, I see the screens kind of come together. And that's because that distance that I mentioned to you, I brought those together so that I can have them blend in. So it's almost like if the middle of the screen blends together to give me this view. So this looks pretty great. It's actually very bright. And if I were to adjust the brightness level, I see a little, I would say, gauge for brightness that comes up. And as I bring it down, it changes. And once again, guys, this is going to be pretty good for if you're connecting it to your phone, if you're connecting it to your laptop, if you're connecting it to your tablet. It will just work because, again, it is that type of display. Now, what size screen do I have? If I look at things at a distance, I'd say this is pretty large. So the screen right now, if I were to make my hands the size of the screen, I'm going to pull back a little bit, is probably about this big, maybe larger, right? And it all depends on the illusion that you get with the actual distance. But everything is very clear and everything is very legible. And what I really like about this is, especially because of the type of screen that you have, is that the colors are very bright, vibrant. So blacks are deep black. The reds are punchy. White is very, I would say, very bright. Everything on this just looks really, really good. And what I love about this is that, again, that it's full Android TV. So you literally have, in this little box right here, Android TV. And if I were to put my hands on the side here, I can see my hand on each side still, right? Because I have nothing covering my eyes. And then if I can see in front of me, like my visual distance, if I were to go up, this is how much I can see my hand. I can see my hand. I can see it. I can see it. I can see my hand up to this point. This is where I lose my fingers, like this part of my hand. But then if I continue to go up, go up, go up, go up, I'm still seeing the screen, and now I see my hand again. Same thing on the sides. I can see my hand here. And then as I go this way, I lose it. Oh, actually, you still can see it. I have peripheral vision. But as I come in here, that's where I lose my hand. I can see my hand. And this is where. So basically, all you have is this area right here. And then what you can do is do this, right? And then once you do this, the lights are off. So because of the sensor that kind of sees this part of my face is not seeing it anymore, it's off. Now, if I want to go back to movie viewing, all I do is do this. And as soon as I start coming down, it doesn't take a lot. It is back in place. That's how easy it is. So guys, that was the Goovis Art. Very portable. Again, if you have this much space in your bag, that's all it takes to have an incredible movie experience. Because let's face it, while I think that this is a must-have accessory, and I have to face that I love the hub that they have here, this hub feature, power, and then the ability to charge your device and view it at the same time. One of the things that we all have is in our pockets a portable movie viewer. So what we're doing with the Goovis is if you take your phone, and could be an iPhone as well, or Android phone, you plug it into the Goovis, now you have a portable cinema in your pocket. And literally all you're carrying is this and this, right? To add things to make it even more exciting, if you want to make sure that your phone stays charged while you're watching a movie, then that's where the hub comes in, because then you can connect your phone to your hub to keep it charged, and then also do the movie viewing on the hub. This is a portable battery. It's going to keep things going. And then the last combination is, again, the Android TV box that just makes it completely independent from your phone. You don't have to worry about using up the juice there, and you continue to watch things and stream them anywhere. Download movies. It's just a lot of flexibility with this little guy. So that wraps up our review. See you in the next video.